Hey guys, how you doing? Ray here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho. Remember to follow me on Facebook. Nitro Kyosho, all one word, brings you to the community page. Well, today we got something a little off the beaten path. This is going to be for some of my older subscribers, or pretty much anybody that has a home. And I'm sure a lot of my RC buddies out there have homes, and this is definitely a cool product to talk about. This is a ductless air conditioning unit up on the wall we're going to talk a little bit about. We're going to talk with the homeowner. And these started quite a few years ago in Europe, and they've migrated finally and become popular over in the United States. And this is definitely an awesome alternative for anyone sick of window air conditioning, or somebody who has a house that's already been built and then they want to put, or they bought a house recently and they want to put central air conditioning in, and everybody knows that when you do central air, you really want to do it when you build the house. And these are really a lot better because you don't have the ductwork going through the house, through your closets and through your walls, and you don't have the mold building up in them and all the health problems that go along with it. We'll show you the unit outside that powers this. This provides air conditioning and heat. The older models, just a few years back, would not work if it was below 40 degrees outside. These new ones can go well below zero. So this is also a good alternative heat or an emergency heat system if your furnace died. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to the homeowner, and he's going to give you some information about this.
Sure, Ray. This is the Mitsubishi MSZ series. This one happens to be a 15,000 BTU unit. Does cooling and heat. It's the H2I inverter unit, which is one of the higher end. If you zoom in on that little control there on the side, you can see it has a little magic eye there that searches the room when it turns on, and it will search the room for any temperature differences and makes its adjustments. This thing was awesome. It went in very easily with a nice mount on the wall.
Yeah, it looks like a clean installation.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing we had to do was a 3-inch penetration through the wall, and the freon lines and the electrical power and the drain go out. And
now, one other thing before we go any further, guys, you're probably wondering, this is just sitting on the wall. There is a pipe that goes out and down the side of the wall outside, and then is covered up with some vinyl or plastic or whatever they use, to make it look a little nicer. But the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this was that, okay, I'm going to have 1,000 pipes running down the side of my house. Well, that's not the case, because you're only putting a maximum, really, of 2 of these in a house if you have a colonial. This house is a raised ranch, and there's only 1. And it's going to cool the whole upstairs. It can max out at 19,000 BTU. Okay.
Yeah, and these also can go up to you can put multi-air handlers on one compressor. This one I just chose 1, but you can put 2, 3, 4 air handlers on one big compressor. And
these usually, they put them on parts of the house, guys, too, where it's not visually seen. You're not going to obviously put it in the front of your house. So it's going to be on the sides or in the back. So we'll show you outside. We're going to go out there in a minute here. Do you have any other info about this?
Well, yeah, you can swing the camera around and see that old school unit on the wall in there, which there's your alternative, guys. The big rupture through the wall with the unit. And
it comes with one hell of a nice remote here, guys. Look at this thing. It's got all kinds of bells and whistles all the way down.
Yeah, all kinds of.
And those vents are adjustable, so if you're in the room and you don't want it blowing directly at you, you can put them whichever way, straight out or pointing more down.
Yeah, we've already run it on a couple of hot days, and it's just amazing. It sends the cool air all the way down that 50-foot hallway. And there's no sense turning it on because you'll never be able to hear it. It's so quiet.
Okay, so it can cool a 1,600 square foot house. Maxes out at 19,000 if it has to. Okay.
And we actually had it installed before the hot weather got here, so we were actually using the heat pump.
Well, the nice thing too about this is that just a few years back, when I looked at these, the heat pumps would not work if it was, like I said, below 40.
Oh, this one works.
And this one will go well below 0.
Yeah,
I think
We had it running on a few of those cold days just to test it
Okay.
out, and boy, it blew a
And
lot
who
of hot
put
air.
this in? Complete Climate Control in Enfield, Connecticut.
That's correct. Complete
Okay.
Climate Control, LLC.
All right, let's head outside here and we'll check out that outside unit. Okay. Get my shoes on here, guys. And we'll go out here. Try not to shake too much and make anybody dizzy. We'll go around the side of the house here and see what's going on out here. Show you the whole unit and the whole setup here, guys. All right. And that's a clean look. It's got bracketry, hangs right off the side of the house. There's all the stuff I was telling you is hidden in that. Okay, what is that, like a plastic, a vinyl that covers it?
It's a vinyl raceway. It contains the 2 Freon lines, the power up to the inside unit, and the condensate drain, which you see drips down there in that gutter.
Okay,
unit.
we're wondering where that, the condensation, that's a beautiful clean setup that they did. Very nice, and anybody who knows Mitsubishi is top of the line stuff.
Yeah, and we decided to use the brackets to mount it on the foundation so that we had a nice clean look. We keep it up off the ground.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
And we put the concrete blocks underneath to keep a clean airflow going in there.
Now, do these units have to be covered up like the old-fashioned central air conditioning units?
Not really, because if you want to use it for heat in the winter, you want it to be open.
Okay.
And, so it's got to breathe year-round.
All right, so it looks, and it's got a grate on the back to protect the back, all the fins back there.
Yeah.
Which is nice, and it's nice, and it's up well off the ground, so even snow isn't going to affect it in New England here.
No, and it's very quiet. When this thing is running, you have to come out here and basically put your ear next to it.
Okay, so this is that's a nice hard plastic, and it's a beautiful, clean look, guys.
Very
I mean,
clean.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful job.
Yeah. And just a quick 220 electrical disconnect there, and that's all you need.
Okay.
So can't beat it. It's an awesome machine.
Now, what about price-wise? Are these something that most people are going to turn their nose up on? As far as
Nope.
Are they a lot cheaper? I would assume they're a lot cheaper than central air conditioning.
Very affordable. No ductwork to deal with.
And then, what I like is there's no mold. The ductwork gets mold, and you got to have them cleaned out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a nice.
No,
clean...
this is the way to go. Even if I built a brand new house, I'd use 2 of these. I wouldn't even put ductwork in.
All right. So basically, if you got a colonial, you'd want 2 units in the house. So you'd have 2 of those pipe systems going down, one on either, depending where they put them, either end of the house or the back of the house. Depends how the house is constructed and where you want it. But
you can choose to use 2 compressors. And
now, do they have bigger units than 15,000?
Oh yeah, they go up to 24, 36,000.
Oh wow! So
yeah,
God,
so, you know, you can choose 2 separate units like this, or you can buy the big compressor and put a multi.
So that's not
manifold.
That's not bad, because I've got about a 1900 square foot colonial, guys, and I run 3 window air conditioners. Those are 8,000 a piece, so that's about 24,000. So. And you don't have to drag them in and out of the house and damage your walls and damage your window and hang them in the... So this is definitely something I would consider down the road.
You got maximum efficiency, very efficient with the inverter system.
And you don't have...
It's on the wall. It's ready to go. During the shoulder season, you can turn the heat on if you need it.
Yeah, and you don't have...
If you get a hot day, you turn the cooling on. It's all ready.
The nice thing, I think, is not having the ductwork running through your closets and your walls and the mold. So there you go, guys. Complete climate control out of Enfield, Connecticut in the Mitsubishi ductless air conditioning unit. Thanks for watching, guys.